Yo, what's cracking, everybody? Welcome to episode 121 of the Power Reverberation, Book 3, Raising Kanan podcast on the Konfidence in the Klutch network. New media, energy up, health is wealth. Y'all know what we're doing, man. Let's jump into it right now. The Konfidence starts right now, as usual, man. It's a little late. I'm like 24 hours behind. It's birthday weekend. Today's the birthday, March 30th. So I've been self-caring and doing a lot of stuff, man. So we all good. But I'm here for my people. So everybody that wanted to come 10 toes down, let's go ahead and do it. What we know so far, previously on Raising Kanan. All right, episode 403. Let's get the previously on Raising Kanan things out the way for this episode. Rock tells her guy in Jersey, and I got his name. Who was that? That was I forgot that. It's at the end. Man, what was that boy name? It don't matter right now. I'll catch it at the end because they did say his name at the end, and I was trying to figure it out. But I'm looking for it now, right? You know what I'm saying? Like Marvin, Rocket Target, said Terry said, man, I don't know that boy name. He only had a couple things. You know what I mean? It'll come up later though. It'll come up later. His name wasn't that important. I was just trying to do what I do right now. All right, whatever. We just threw me off and shit. All right, so. Rock tells her guy in Jersey, Nick is going to be running things. Marvin kills the mob. Cat for Stefano. Crystal has her friends jump Juke. Juke tells her she ain't shit and her friends ain't shit. Stefano asks Marvin to talk to his bookie, and Marvin kills him instead. Crystal bumps into Neek coming out of the apartment and asks Kanan to get a new apartment. Can't be mixing business where he live at. Juke goes to a lesbian bar for the first time. Luke is approached to run a hip-hop label by this cat named Gelfin, Lowell Gelfin, and he has to get the main artist on that label, be real and motivated to make music and stay out of trouble. Quan raises Rock's prices by 20%. Rock talked to Joaquin about heroin and said he to talk to Tremont from B-More because down he don't move heroin in Queens. Rock told Andre she needed him. Neek killed him. Neek killed Sonny and his wife at the Asian restaurant, Chinese restaurant, and he robbed Kanan at his apartment. Rock moms tells the family she has cancer, and Rock is pissed and boned out. So that's where we at. Current episode, The Way We Are. Synopsis: Unique forms an unlikely alliance in his vendetta against Rock while she inches closer to a new drug enterprise. Kanan takes advice from Snaps and Pop, and Jukebox new friendship leads to a violent encounter. That's exactly how it went down, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know where we at. Let's talk about this recap of 404 from my perspective, man. Let's do it. Marvin hits Tremont over the head in the hotel room. Marvin went and got that cat, put him in walked him out in like a bin, a clothes bin, a towel bin, all that sheet bin, and walked him straight up out that joint. Oh my God! Did y'all see Rock in that red? I thought it was snake skin, but it was like a flower print bodysuit. Oh my God! Right? Rock is pissed. Moms told them too late that she's dying and they can't try to help her live, but they got family issues, right? But we found out finally about Rock's father because they always talking about daddy. Rock's father killed himself, and mom thinks that the children blame her for him killing himself, which you can't. Rock said mom was selfish for not taking care of them after their pops died. And then she was like, that's my husband. I lost it too, y'all. Like, you know what I mean? But they were like, you still should have been a mother. But moms think when she dies, nobody's going to miss her. And Rock's like, I can't forgive you. You know what I'm saying? I can't forgive you for not taking care of us because you not taking care of us got us in the life we in right now to a certain degree. You know what I mean? Like, man, but her moms was grieving. But this is back in the days when back in the days when things weren't as easy when it came to help and treatment and all that. All things have always been out here, but it wasn't that easy to get and all that. So we got to figure that out. Shout out to Rock's mom. Marvin has Tremont in an abandoned pool somewhere, whooping his ass. I mean, punching him hard. Like, man, I was like, Marvin, this season is on some maniacal shit. Like, I'm the enforcer, you know what I'm saying? Not to be fucked with. That's how Marvin looking this season, y'all. You know what I'm saying? He was giving them the business, like, Balco. Look at this shit. Like, hold up, man, my shit hurt. You know what I'm saying? Man, Marvin. I'm glad Neek didn't kill Kanan's guy. You know what I mean? And he just hit him up for some dough. Like, he ain't going getting everybody. He just taking pieces, don't pick. They didn't just taking little pieces of the empire, their fortune, right? So Crystal tells Kanan to not bring business to the crib because Kanan, little guy, came and dropped off some bread. No doubt. She's trying to get him to separate the streets from the crib. But, you know, it is what it is. Juke came by the crib and she thought she was coming to hang out with Kay. But Kanan called her over so her and Crystal could get back cool. Juke was pissed. Like, man, hold up, nigga. I'll just come back. He's like, nah, you gonna stay, Juke. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, figure it out for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what dudes do. Like, when there's issues with women in their family and the woman they date, you know what I mean? It's either the women in their family look at the man, like, especially mamas and shit, like, that's her man. And ain't no woman ever gonna be good for her son because that's how you raise them to always be there for you type shit. Because you can't find a nigga that want to be there for you type shit. Like that shit weak. Like, you can't do that. Like you can't do that. That's like, men don't raise their daughters to be their wives. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't raising my daughter to be my wife and take care of me and shit. Raising my daughter to be a free thinker in the world and be able to out here and be able to survive with motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? It's just when your kids don't do what they need to do and they make the same mistakes you made, and you trying to prevent them because you know how much those mistakes cost you, or with the new reality we live in now in the new times, the mistakes that you did might cost them more. And see, that's what the kids don't get. We ain't telling you to control you. We telling you because your mistakes can cost you more than it cost us back in the day, but it's still a mistake or error. Remember, I always live my life with an error. We commit errors. Mistakes, sometimes you can't get back from mistakes, but errors, you know what I'm saying? The mistake is made by mad errors and shit. You know what I'm saying? Errors could lead to a big ass mistake. All right, so just think about that. Let that roll in your head for a little bit, man. Marvin playing Russian roulette with Trayvon. You know what I mean? Rock is there. They on some gangster shit. Asked for his hearing connect. He's like, man, dog, if that's all y'all want to, y'all ain't have to beat my ass like this. You know what I'm saying? like I feel him though. Y'all doing all this. Y'all could have just asked me, but I forgot what Trayvon did. But he did some grimy shit. So they needed to touch him up anyway, because I think they got some of their mans killed. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. And then Rock showed him the barrel without any bullets in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, we almost, Marvin's like, yeah, we probably had him shitting on himself, man. Crazy. Crystal apologized to Juke about the bullshit and Bud and having her girls jump her and try to cut her and shit. And Rock was like, yo, Juke was like, man, they tried to cut me though. Like, they could have did some serious damage all over that shit though. And Crystal said she had some shit going on. Remember, she talking about her stepdaddy's dick hands or whatever. I don't know what that means, but you know what I'm saying? So clearly it was some sexual stuff or try to touch her or some shit like that, man. It's crazy. Now I don't understand cats like that. You got the mama, what you want the daughter for? Like, motherfuckers are just weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, just crazy. Don't make no sense, man. Leave them damn kids alone. You can go pay a woman to touch her. Or you can ask a woman, can I touch you? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a player, a woman say, yeah, you can touch me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it, but whatever. Motherfuckers just sick. Like, so, but she was saying Butter was her way out to get from the crib and shit. And Juke is like, well, is Kanan your way out from getting from the crib? And she's like, nah, but he loves you more than me. And, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to get in the middle of that, but I want to do this for him because I know how much this means for you. And then Crystal apologized, and Juke's like, all right, you know what I mean? All right, B, whatever. We see Real in the studio spitting that 90s flow. You know what I'm saying? He just coming with it. Right? This dark-skinned beautiful sister came in with the Moschino thing on. Like, they be fly. You know what I mean? They be fly. And it ain't the name, it's just the outfit was fly. Then you see his Moschino. It's like you can see where the flyness coming with the outfit. I mean, the name and all that. So Imani stepped in, and she's the project manager for Real. And Lou on some, like, nah, I ain't playing with you. Like, you can be here, but nigga, you can leave. You know what I'm saying? Get out the studio, chick type shit. And I'm like, here we go. Lowell put him on because, Lou, you ain't never did nothing at this level. Yeah, we got famous and all that, but you ain't never did nothing at this level like we needed to happen. So I'm going to need you to understand that, Lou. Don't, you know what I mean? But he don't know that yet. But Lou told Rilla, you know what I'm saying? She talking about she want to get you positioned in the marketplace. But he's like, no, you can't get positioned in the marketplace. You got to take position in the marketplace, right? You got to have them beats and them rhymes and that persona and that image is like it is what it is. So all that street shit Rilla talking about, man, you got to write that shit. You know what I'm saying? We know what he got to do. He got to write that shit. So it was interesting to watch Lou's progression. Like I said, they do very well with character arcs because Lou ain't in the game no more. Lou was, man, you know what I'm saying? Lou was a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So now he ain't in the game no more. So it's a little different seeing him be legit and all that. So I appreciate that. We see Kanan go to see Snaps and Pop, and he see them paying off the police. Like, man, what y'all doing with your Jakes? He said, shit, we pay them so they don't mess with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we do. And they was like, yo, Pop was like, yo, this is light, yo. And Snaps was like, yo, you don't keep reserves? And, you know, Kanan's got the apartment and all that. No, they had to get the apartment. But they're like, you don't keep any reserves? He's like, and they're like, did your mama hit you up or nothing? He's like, no. Like, you know, what's going on? How you light, nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? But they don't care. They money's their money. So Neek said, Neek talking to Early, talking about I'm ready to show his face. And Early's like, nigga, you invisible. Stay invisible, man. You making all this shit happen. Niggas don't even know you alive. Marvin comes in and Neek is like, man, I'm ready to show you. Like, Early, like, you ready to show Marvin now? You alive, motherfucker? They're like, no, then. And Neek got up out of there. Marvin messing with Early. Like, you said you taking the shit, but you coming out eating. He's like, I hope you washed your hands, nigga. That shit nasty as hell. And he was looking at him like, dog, what's wrong with him? So Marvin came through to ask Early if he still does the books, you know what I'm saying, the bookie shit. And he was like, yeah. And he said, man, I need you for some new heavy hitters in Corona. I'm going to take you to this meeting. Here we go. So for one, Marvin misstepping because you ain't let Rock know that you been working with Stefano on some personal shit. You know, Rock might tell you no, but I got to remember he the oldest one, so he going to do what he want to do anyway. So that's the family dynamic with that. So, but we know that Neek, it has another way in because now that's going to mess with the money, but he need Early to do the right thing because he ain't even let Stefano know he alive yet. So this is going to be tricky and messy. But now that I think about it, he might now that Early can get to, now that Early going to be working with Stefano when he come up later on, we'll talk about it. I'll let y'all know what I think about that when I get to that piece, man. All right, so Snaps told Kanan, I'll let the money slide this time, but people will see him as weak because the motherfucker ran up on you. And if the streets get to talking as the motherfucker can rob Kanan, everybody going to be coming for you, nigga. You need to do something about that and get back and figure out who robbed you before the word get out. You know what I'm saying? He's like, nigga, you going to call your mama? This is Pop like, you going to call your mama, nigga? And he's like, no, I'll be my own man. So they're trying to flip him against his mama to a certain degree because they know Rock is a damn problem, but they got his son. They still got her son type shit. You know what I'm saying? Rock couldn't pay him off none of that shit because then Kanan fuck around and get killed because he messing with the wrong cats. But mama told him don't do it. But once again, you can't control what people do say it, thinking these kids do what they want to do. So, but Kanan got to be very, very careful because I can see in the long run, Kanan gonna have to kill Pops and Snap. Because I don't think they're going to ever let him out that deal. You know what I mean? Because he's going to be making too much money for him. So we see Juke back at the lesbian bar is being chose by Jackie. She's looking at Juke and come over there and try to buy Juke a drink. Juke was uncomfortable, didn't know what to do, right? She was shook. But like Marvin said, you got a new family up in there. It's like, this is just a family, nigga. We come up in here, we chill, we don't get judged, we can do what we want to do. Niggas don't know what's going on, you know what I mean? So, because they had to hide back in the day like that. You know what I'm saying? You see, well, no windows up in that joint. You ain't seeing in and seeing out. You don't know what's going on in the bar. You know what I mean? But that's their bar. So, Neek went to the cat that that Rock put in Jersey and gave Neek his job and told him, nigga, Rock killed both of us career-wise, right? So, it was like, man, I took your job and then niggas tried to kill me. Just listen to me, hear me out, man, because this is how we going to get her back. Let's connect. So, I'm like, all right, Neek, here we go. So of course Neek had a plan with the nigga. We see Juke and Mara leave the bar, and Juke like, man, you want to go get some fries or something? And Mara like, nigga, I ain't never turning down no carbs. And nigga like, yeah, let's do it. And she see this motherfucker walking down the street. Mara like, nah, matter of fact, let's go get this pizza. And he like, Mara, and she like, okay, then Juke like ain't even thinking about it. Turned her back, dog ran up on the motherfucking, grabbed Mara, pushed Juke down outside the bar and grabbed her by the back of her neck and walked her to the car, like threw her in the back seat, like damn. But I'm like, Juke, Juke, get your ass up though. You act like a nigga beat you down. He shit, but man, her face did get fucked up though. You know what I'm saying? But man, he came and grabbed her quick, like basically, nigga, my wife is a lesbian now. And I ain't with it, so I'm gonna come get her out the lesbian bar and whatever bitch I see her with, she gonna get it too type shit. You know what I'm saying? We gotta remember where we were. where we at in the 90s where motherfuckers putting hands on females for that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers put hands on females probably now because they crazy over that type of shit. Remember, you can't control what people do, say, or think, though. But, you know, this remember the time where we at. So the understanding ain't there right now. My bitch ain't finna be gay. You know what I mean? My bitch ain't finna be no gay. I'm gonna get my bitch back. No. you can't. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing you can do about that. Either you gonna be down with it or get you something new. All right. Rock and Marvin is with the new H Connect, right? And this restaurant, it look like a Middle Eastern, Palestinian, you know, Indian. Sometime those cultures conjole when it comes to food. Like you can get Middle Eastern Indian food. Matter of fact, today I was supposed to go down to Maharaja's for their buffet, Indian food. I was too tired because it's like been going on. It's birthday. Today the birthday. Hey, bye, type shit. But yeah, but I told my OG we go next week. I couldn't do it because I up last night. But anyway, so the Connect is like, yo, I hope y'all want more than Tremont be wanting, you know what I mean? And he was like, I could offer a better price for bulk if y'all buy more than Tremont and Rock. Like, I don't want retail. I want wholesale. I want to be the supplier. I want to be that. And Marvin said something to my guy, and like he was like, don't say shit. You don't say nothing. And then told Rock, that's a different situation. You won't. Come back tomorrow alone. And I'm like, oh, tricky. Marvin looked at Rock. Rock looked at Marvin, but it's tricky. You want to be the boss. You can't be bringing nobody with you because everybody don't need to see who you going to see. And I was thinking at first, Marvin ain't going to let her go alone. And then you think, why they want her alone? Because you want to be a boss. Bosses talk with each other. We just need to lay eyes on you, see what it is, and see if you committed. And then we're going to get back to you. That's how this shit go from watching Power and all these things go. When you're trying to meet the Connect, only too many people need to know who the Connect really is. You know? We see Gelfin meet with Lou and Imani in his office. And he like, Lou, Imani told me you was dismissive of her when she came in. I said, what? I'm thinking like, weak ass chick, you went back and told? Then Imani corrected Gelfin like, nigga, I didn't tell you that. I just told him he told me to come back because they was working. And Lou says, nigga, I don't need no help when it come to developing this artist. And Lowell told him, nigga, you can do everything. That's true, but you can't do everything great. That's why she here to help you. Facts. Nigga, like as a head coach, I can do everything, but I can't do everything great. That's why you got assistant coaches. So this is what it is. As long as she know, nigga, everything come through you and she play her part, it should be a blessing. So Gelfin told Lou, they're all a team, and we're trying to take this from good to great if we work together. So let's do it. I mean, and told him, y'all just gonna work together. You're gonna have to figure it out, Lou. So I'm looking at Lou and he looking at her. I'm like, Lou gonna hit that shit. You know what I'm saying? Lou gonna hit that shit. It shouldn't always come to the sex, but you know, when people are attracted to each other, that's just gonna happen. And given the situation, Lou gonna hit that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just because we're just gonna mess up the business. You know what I mean? It's gonna mess up the business. We know that already. Marvin and Stefano, and Early is eating with Marvin to see if Early can handle the load for the bookie shit. So Stefano told him, all I would need you to do is take the action and keep the books. That's it. Stefano told Marvin that, okay, he fucking with us, but I'm going to tell you something. You vouching for him. So any mistakes he make is on your ass. Like, damn, Marvin, you ain't told Rock. The feds know you fucking with Dog. Stefano, you know what I mean? He's like, man, he under surveillance. He know that. I'm like, dog, you got to get out, Marvin. You got to tell Rock. But remember, Marvin is the oldest one, and he's doing what he want to do. So that's what he want to do. He want this side of the action. He keep it going, but man, this keep on getting him in trouble doing side of the action instead of sticking with the script, what we supposed to be doing. Kanan goes to see Quan, who told him to see me about my business and not my mom's. Like, you ain't got to go to my mom's. Come see me, no doubt. But he didn't know about the 20% tax that his mom's got hit with because he's not working with his moms. So Quan was looking like, you ain't working with Rock. Rock finna step off. You know what I mean? He ain't know that. So he gonna be able to take Rock slack. That's what I see Kanan doing, right? That's what we all see what Kanan doing, because Rock trying to be the supplier. Wholesale, nigga. Was he Neek and Damon? So that was Rock's guy that she sent to Jersey and then took Neek down to Jersey, like, nigga, you take care of this shit, you done down here, nigga. And that's who Neek went to go see. So they go to the warehouse, the Chinese restaurant, is it Jerry or Terry owns, that where Rock is moving the way through. And they go in blasting, killing everything moving, just niggas, just regular workers. And that shit got Damon killed. You know what I mean? Man, motherfucker came out with the Mac and the Tech 9 and just wet his ass up. And then the thing fell on him. It was over. But Neek killed that cat that killed Damon. So, man, that was a power scene. It wasn't a long shootout scene either, but it was a power shootout scene. Y'all know how them go. Lou took Imani to Cafe Vo to talk with her after the meeting with Lo, right? And they chop it up about how Imani can help Rilla. And she says image first. You know what I mean? And like he need a single out ASAP so we can push it. And Imani talked about Famous and she thought he was going to be a star and what's going on. I'm looking at it now. Imani right now, from what I see, she wants to be an ally to Lou. She don't want us to be no competitive, nothing. She just wants to be an ally to Cuz. So I'm like, man, this can work. But that Famous shit, they really love Famous for what he was doing with his song, man. So really be talking that shit. It's like, man, it's going to be really interesting because Fame is going to pop back up, but it's going to be, is it the right time for Fame to pop back up? It's going to be the one thing that everybody going to want to know. You know what I mean? And what happened and what he did. Hopefully Famous ain't nowhere dead because I got something about that later we're going to talk about too. You see Rock and Marvin show up to the warehouse, and I think it's Jerry. We're going to say Jerry or Terry. We're going to say, keep on switching it because whatever. It's like, he's like, I don't want to go to prison. And he said he knows about the Golden Pavilion and everyone in that business with Rock, and everyone that is in business with Rock is targeted, and he doesn't want to be in business with her anymore because he doesn't want to die. Now, he got a little nephew or little brother or son with him, and Rock said that's one of her old workers, Damon, and Terry said he wasn't alone, like, oh, he was somebody else. They ain't putting two and two together right now. So Rock want Marvin to spread more money out about who's after they shit. So you already went to Early. So you got to go back to Early again, put some more money on the streets and other cats to figure out who out there, but don't nobody know Neek is alive. So now we see Kanan go to see Stefano, and Kanan talked about the fish shop. Like, why you ain't at the fish shop no more? And Stefano like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You got to move around. He said, Stefano said, predictability is the enemy of security. And you got to think about that. How many of motherfuckers, like, if you in a game, everybody know you go around the block like twice before you go to the crib to see if you got any activity. Like, you don't never go the same way home. You know what I'm saying? You do all types of shit. No notice if anybody telling you, because that's security. But if you go the same route home, you don't get out, you don't check nothing, that's easy for niggas to jump on you and try to run up in your crib. Even non-criminals and shit. But you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got cameras around their crib now. Like, I got multiple cameras, you know what I'm saying? Inside, 2 out, you know what I'm saying? I got a couple outside and all that, you know what I mean? But it was dope to hear Stefano say that. Stefano told Kanan he gave your mama $500,000 to get him back. Like, I'm just respecting you coming in and talking to me, son, but if you're trying to come do business with me, I ain't doing business with you. And Kanan said he just wanted him to know him. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, fuck that, nigga. I don't need to know you. And thank your mama for taking care of you. She love the shit out of you, nigga. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Hey, he told this guy, get him the fuck up out of here, man. Like, dog, don't come over there. No, nigga. So it's kind of how Stefano dealt with Kanan is how Marvin should have dealt with Stefano. But he didn't. You know what I'm saying? So we see Juke got the bump on her head, cut by her eye and shit. Like, yo, Marvin came home with sorry bruises. Like, oh shit, somebody put hands on you? Like, you know what time it is. So Rock came in beautifully in that black outfit, man. Ooh, to go to see the plug. And the man take her through the restaurant, take her to the back, get in the car. He said, if you want to be the supply, go in and get in that car. And she looking like, man, looking around and shit, like, man, motherfucker finna pop out and kill me and stuff. So she had to get in. She doused the shit, but she get in because you on some boss shit. You want to be the boss, you want to be the plug, you got to do what you got to do, right, Rock? Neek went to go see Teresa Baselli, right? Sal's wife, that's who Marvin killed. And Neek said they have to pay. And Teresa gave him a note to go see someone to talk to. And Neek looked at it like, whose name was on that note? I bet you it was Stefano's. I bet you it was Stefano. Because remember, he sent Marvin down there to do it. So I bet you it was Stefano, because he's like, yo, I want to go figure it out who killed your husband because he was good to me. That shit's crazy, right? Crazy if it's Stefano. That's what I think. Rock is taken to see the boss, and they had some tea and shit. He sat down for like, man, he said he would have to cultivate new land and hire more workers for this to happen, but it's interesting to him and he's thinking about it, and he said he'll be in touch. And he was in that room with Rock for like a minute, 2 maybe, with Rock. And he walked out. That's what I'm saying, that bullshit. Moving on up, G, this is what it is with Rock now. This is what you asked for. He said he'd think about it, get back to you. Kanan went to go see Lou at his crib, and Rilla was doing dishes and shit, and he said, damn, so y'all living together now? Like, you know what I'm saying? And Lou said he doesn't want to be alone because it would get him in the shit, so he's just hanging out. You know what I mean? Which is smart. You got to keep the art. Sometimes you got to keep a motherfucker with you to keep them from doing shit. Because, I mean, that's your mans in them. You know what I mean? You ain't trying to see them go through some negative shit because it is what it is. So Kanan and Lou talked fame, and Lou said he talked to Jess, and Jess said he ain't out there with her. He said, and I believe her. But he's like, man, Jess and his moms are scared because they don't know where he at. And the way Kanan looked, I'm like, did Kanan kill dog? Did Kanan kill his guy? Because they killed his other guy. So we'll see. I forgot the detective cat because he ain't, you know what I'm saying? Now you see how the police is out because we ain't messing with Howard no more. And his partner, we ain't seeing a lot of police interaction, but now it's at the Fed level anyway. We see a little bit of police interaction, but we don't see as much as we saw before in the previous seasons. So we see the detectives went to see Rock about Andre, let her know he's dead. Said he was the last one. She was the last one with him according to his schedule. She's like, yeah, we just went to dinner and went our separate ways. And then she's like, no, we ain't saying you did something. We just want to know, did he talk about going to meet somebody else, anything after that? And he was like, you know what? Your name is always popping up at the wrong time and motherfuckers is dying and shit, and you ain't never there. But, nigga, when she got up from that table in that bodysuit and stood up, oh, my God, man. Damn, Rock. But then it's just fuck for her right now. When the police left, she's like, nigga, and then she's like, fuck, nigga, yeah, you done now, because he had all eyes and ears on everything. He got y'all out of shit, and now you got to find a new lawyer that you can trust like that. That's a lot. So we see Marvin and Juke go to see Marva's husband. And Marvin got out with the gun, and Juke like, please, just leave it in the car, daddy, type shit, right? Then we see Dog knocked on the door. Marvin fired him in his shit, and they fight. And Marvin was winning and shit, and Marvin was like, leave her alone or I'll be back. And he turned his back on you. You can never turn your back on somebody you boxing with, get into it with. You got to walk out facing them to see what's going on, so then you can get the fuck up out of there, right? You know, a safe distance. And old boy grabbed a knife off the bookcase that Marvin slammed him into, off the ledge, and attacked Marvin, cut him in his arm. And then he grabbed Marvin, they got the boxing, and he got on top of Marvin and ready to do it. And Juke watched that clock, nigga. On that army shit, she watched that clock and knew that took too long. However long her daddy was up in there, grabbed that gun, came in, and he was finna stab Marvin in his neck, and Baco caught him. She caught her first body, B. And Marvin and her got the fuck up out of there, and she got a body with Pop saving his life, even though it was self-defense. It was kind of dope. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of dope from my perspective, because it was self-defense, right? So, but she saved her daddy life. So now that's a different bond right now, you know what I'm saying, that they gonna have. So, man, it's real shit. And that was the episode, y'all. So, man, it's getting better. It's getting better, yo. Like, I never thought, we in episode 4 right now, I never thought it can get better like this, man. It's getting better each episode, though. Let's do it. Trailer, when I watch the trailer, what they talking about for the next episode, we see Rock says when she moves with a plan and a purpose. And I wonder who the fuck is she talking to, but we know these are spliced conversations. Marvin slapped Terry or Jerry's younger partner. Then we see a gun get bust, so we got to see what's going on with that, because the younger cat was messing with Rock and Marvin and like against Terry or Jerry, so we had to say something slick. See the detective, the white cat that was with, is that the federal agent cat that was with Howard? He tells someone Kanan has been through mad shit. Being his friend is not good business. So we know they've got to go back to Famous, because we see Famous with his moms and crying and all that shit. So that might be a flashback to what happened when he told Famous to get the fuck up out of here, or whatever what happened. They might have sent Famous away. I don't know. We're going to find that out. We see Kanan ask his mans if he did what he told him to do, he'll be all right. So we got to see about that with the setup when it come back. If Neek try to come back and hit him, that's what I think is about, right? We see Marvin tell Juke, we haven't talked about what you did, which was murder, but it was self-defense though, and probably how she feeling about it and all that. We see Juke tell Marvin she didn't kill her husband. They was at somewhere because her husband is dead. But she don't know what happened, right? But she knew where they lived at. So we gonna see how that gonna go. We see Neek in the car pissed, and he shows himself to someone else that Rock fucked over in a bar. Can't wait to see who that is. So whoever that Dane that Teresa Baselli gave to him, he's going to meet him. And if we're looking at where Stefano was, now he in a bar because he can't be at the fish joint because that's where the feds was on him at. He might have went to go see Stefano. All right. So what I think, now we see the beginning of Juke, right? This is going to be amazing storytelling to me, like, because her arc is going so. Now we seeing the Juke that we know that came in power that was just relentless and a killer. So we see Rock has to know it's an enemy from her past sooner than later. However, she has no idea it could be Neek, right? That he's alive. Because I remember in the beginning, I always thought that when we watched the episode 310 last year, when you walked in after Ronnie was dead, he was part with rocking them to make it happen, and he got to Rock, and they just did all this to get Dog out of the way. But that wasn't the case. We know that now when the new episode came in this season, 401. So my thing with Neek, he has to be careful to not do too much too soon, because if you get exposed, that conversation with Rock gonna be, nigga, I ain't do none of the shit you think I did. So then what's gonna happen? Now you robbing me and shit. Now we back enemies and shit. I didn't do none of that shit. And I was pregnant with your baby, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? All that shit. He ain't even went to go see Pernessa yet. So he trying to be disciplined, but he trying to fuck everything Rock up. But Rock didn't fuck him over. His brother did. That's the crazy thing about it. With early turn on Neek due to his new attachment to Stefano, no one's gonna get Marvin clipped and he playing it too close. Is Early gonna tell Neek about his new arrangement? Because that's gonna be crazy, right? Because that's something that Neek can get some money. I mean, and that's gonna get Early killed. So that's it, man. All right, y'all. Let me know in the comments. Keep the conversation going, man. Correct me if I said something wrong. Help me out, y'all. Let me know what's going on. Apologize for not getting this out on Friday, but it's my birthday today on Sunday, and I've been chilling, man. March 30th, man, 1977, man. Let's do it. 48 today, y'all. Let's get it on, man. We out of here. Yeah. Get your confidence together. Get your clutch together. Listen to and follow the network on various platforms. ConfidenceInTheClutch.podbean.com. And wherever you listen to your podcast, search Confidence in the Clutch. Follow, share, rate, and review is important. Follow us on X and Instagram at K&K. Visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Clutch weekly. Donald Nelson, D. Nell, Dizzle, Deezy, D's us, DZ D, D's us, Don P, Don D, Little D, Don Rilla, Digger, host of Power Reverberation, Book 3, Raising Kanan podcast, a Confidence in the Clutch podcast about the acclaimed TV series Power, Book 3, Raising Kanan. Have a safe and healthy night. If you're listening during the daytime, y'all, create a great day on purpose, man. Peace. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3, in the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
4, 5, 6.
In the clutch.
Confidence in the clutch.